Okay, welcome back to Ed Strains. This is going to be a short how I did it video. And what I did was add sound using a sound module from ITT Products and a buck converter, a voltage regulator, to add sound to the animations that you see right over there. It's a track crew allegedly repairing track, and also a salvage crew working on an old broken down engine cab. And then over there is a tanker, oil tanker, that had a mishap, and there are welders on that as well. So I'm going to show you the animation and then explain how I added power and sound to the to the sound module, and also to the tanker. So hang in, I'll be back. Okay, here's the scene, and here's the track crew, the salvage crew, and over there is the oil tanker that they're salvaging as well. And the track crew is animated, and I'll turn it on in a minute. The salvage crew is animated, and there's little flashing lights when they're using their arc welders, and then there are flashing lights over here. Now, this covering that you see here actually covers a speaker as well as that one over there. So I have two sound modules designed to capture sounds that the track crew is making and sounds that the salvage crew is making, and potentially catching some of the sounds of the welding going on over there. And what I wanted to be able to do was activate everything at one time. And so what I did is I got a transformer, and I'll show you that in a minute. In fact, I had a video on buck transformers that will take a full 18 volts and output 12 volts DC, and that will take care of the problem with the sound modules. And the accessories themselves will be running off of 17 or 18 volts, can't remember which one I have. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, well, I put power to the track, and that little buzz that you might hear in the background is one of the ZW transformers I have post-war. They put out quite a bit of sound. Now, I've turned down the power to these accessories, and I'm going to use my Cab 1L to activate them. So I hit the accessory 3, and this keeps the power going continuously. Now that goes through the module, and that takes care of the animated accessories. Now, I haven't hooked up the tanker yet, but that's simple. I just put power to it. I'll probably pull the power right off of the same terminal that the other accessories are using. The issue was the sound modules, and I'll get to that next. Okay, well, here's the scene. And as you can see, there's the track crew, salvage crew, and the oil tanker. Down here are the 3 modules that I needed to add sound and also to light up that tanker. So the problem was the accessories easily operate, they're Lionel accessories, they easily operate off of 18 volt track power, and that's kind of standard in my layout. And I also use Legacy Control using the accessory module ASC2 to remotely run various accessories. And in this case, I used the module and the Legacy Control System to turn on and off the animation. Now, the problem is it runs at 18 volts. The sound modules run at 17 volts, or excuse me, run at 12 volts. And unfortunately, the sound module that's here is kaput. I inadvertently put too much power to it, and I think I made it very unhappy, and it's no longer working. But I'll use it to describe what I did. But first, in order to, and my intention is to use the Legacy Control System one output to put the sound on, start the animation, and light up the tanker. So the 18 volts is not a problem. the 12 volts DC was. So what I did is I added one of these buck converters. It takes an input of AC and then outputs DC. So in this case, I can take the same voltage that I'm using to run the animation, stick it into this buck converter, and then output 12 volts DC for the sound modules. That's this right here. So what you do, power goes in, I think it's this side, I can't tell from here. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I think it's this side. And then you can regulate the power by this little, I guess, potentiometer, and it will regulate the voltage, DC voltage coming out. So I put 17 volts in, took out 12 volts DC, and then inputted 12 volts DC, and ran the modules that way. Now the other thing is I have two speakers, as you notice, so I attached them here to both of those modules. And in order to make it all work on one button, the power to the buck converter is the same power going in to run the animation. So once I hit that button on my Cab 1L, it'll turn everything on, and I'll show you that in a minute. So in the wiring up of these, I have, this is just for the test right now, the ground is on the track. Power goes to the same connection that is connected to the power output from the ASC2, and then the input of these two sound modules is the output voltage from the converter, and the ground is all, doesn't matter, I got a bunch of grounds under my layout, and then connected the speakers and everything worked. Once again, using my Cab 1L, I'm going to turn everything on, and I do that simply by hitting accessory. In my case, it's number 3. And I think you can see some of the flashing there on the tanker. So all I got to do is mount the boards underneath, rewire it, and we're good to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this.